Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise and welcome back to Regrowth. We are still in the spirit world. Last time we started getting some oysters. I have a lot of these guys and we were trying to get we're trying to get some iron so that we could, oh hey, my one guy's disappeared. We were trying to get some iron so that we could potentially start mining a lot of better stuff down there. As you can see, I've been working off camera quite a bit. I picked up a lot of different things. I went hunting for quite a while to get more oysters. So we have like, what, 16, we have 20 oysters. I haven't gotten any ender pearls yet. We're going to need one. Let's see, I also found 2 more chests, which didn't have much, but it did have a lot of bones, so that's cool. I'm just going to put this like that. And yeah, we got some maps, not really useful to me. So I want to do some work today. One of the first things I want to do, the other thing is I got some subdued spirits from witchery. Every once in a while, I don't know if we can see any right now, but there will be these little yellow orbs flying around in the spirit world. And oh yeah, that's the other thing. We made the vat, and we're trying to get the smeltery. I went and got some more grout. Ah. Tiny little zombie. I don't know where you came from. You kind of scared the crap out of me. But there are these tiny little yellow orbs flying around every once in a while. If you kill them, they will drop their subdued spirits. Those are important for some other things in witchery, which we'll get to when we get back to the real world. But for now, we need to work towards getting this ender chest. That's what we've been doing the entire time we've been here. So what was it I wanted to do? So I have a whole bunch of stuff. I need to make some. That's right. I put all of these guys in here. I need to make some endo flames. Endo flames require mana powder. Let's take cyan. We're gonna grind those up, and we're gonna get some mana powder. Next thing I want to do is try to get as much floral fertilizer as I can, and then we're gonna come over here and just try to get as many flowers as possible. So we need, for this, 2 browns, a red, and a gray. So there's a gray. I don't see any reds or browns. So that's a bummer. I know we have some browns over here. We need literally 1 more brown, 1 more red, and we should be good. So let's go ahead and clear out all of this. And we'll start looking into kind of what we need to do today. So one of the big things we're going to need to try to get is a little bit more mana production, so that we can get a better pick. The pick we are going to be using is the, let's see, brown, gray. Oh, dang it. And then once I get a red, we'll be good. The pick that I'm going to want to get is a mana steel pick. So let's cook up a single piece of iron. I have a lot of this stuff for the smeltery ready. We can get a seared tank. We're going to need a casting table. We're going to need a faucet, and we're going to need a brick. And that should be all we need for this guy. We'll take the tank, so that should give us a smeltery. It only can smelt 1 thing up at a time, which is fine. If we ever want to expand that, we can, but if not, that's fine too. So I'm going to put this in here. We have 1 iron. Incredibly important. Now we need to get bauxite and aluminum smelted, or rather copper. We're going to take this bucket, and this is all of the lava we can handle right now. But we're going to take this ingot first of all, and we're going to place it in there so that we can get oh, why am I blanking? So that we can get the cast. So I think we're gonna go ahead and make the rest of the pick out of flint and sticks. So that's shovel head, pickaxe head, axe head. How do we get the binding? Just the flint. A lot of this is... Did we not need that? I am confused. So, flint pickaxe. If we made a flint pickaxe, didn't we need to have the flint binding? So we could take that, and yeah, we couldn't really do anything with it. Tough binding, no. Why am I blanking on what it's called? Let's see. Early quests. Oh, wood binding is what we used. So we should be able to, we should be able to go ahead and smelt up the copper. That should make some aluminum brass. We're going to want tool binding. Let's use bone. And then we'll get a bone tool rod as well. And I'm going to throw flint in here. I'm going to throw these. Actually, we can make a pattern chest pretty easily. Just because it's going to be simpler in the long run to have the pattern chest. And we can place it right here. So that should be... We have some aluminum brass. We don't have much, but we can get a little bit. That absorbed my iron. Oh well, we can get a piece of aluminum brass out if we ever need to make stuff with it. And then copper. And honestly, we have a whole bunch of nuggets of stuff. I'm gonna destroy that. Just because, well, I don't need it. So now we can start... We can get at least one piece of iron in here. It will double it. And we can start working towards some better stuff. So once we get the single piece of mana steel, let's go chop down a tree while we're waiting, because I need some more wood. Once we get the single piece of mana steel, we can make a mana steel pick, and that is bronze level of mining, which is better than pretty much everything except for we still need to get to alamite to get much farther. I just don't know. I don't actually remember what oh, the thing that we're going after requires diamonds. We need diamonds for the... Oh, why am I blanking so much? We need diamonds so that we can get the runic altar. Because we're going to try... I don't want to put that in there. Wrong thing. I want to put all the ores in here. So we're going to try to get a little bit of kind of Britannia done in order to make things easier. So one of the biggest things we're going to need is a well, I am just not doing well today with words. One of the things we're going to need is blaze rod. We're going to need blaze powder for the ender chest. Once we get blaze powder and then the ender pearl from our oysters farm over there, we need obsidian, which we can get from the vat, and we're done. But in order to get to that point, we have a lot more stuff to do. So I need piece of wood, I do believe. We'll make some more blank patterns. Thought I saw something in the distance. Unless I already have pick. No. We need a pickaxe. Pattern. Mana steel. So mana steel has bronze level. Bronze level is pretty good. And there is mana steel. So that is a much better pickaxe than the one we currently have. And now we can focus on some other things. So one, I want a little bit more iron so that we can get a bucket. That is very important to get. And now we can start moving lava. I'm going to go ahead and fill this guy up. And whoops. Alright, come on. There we go. Oh, I couldn't actually do it anymore. That'll dissipate eventually. So I can put, you know, like 4, 5, 6. And then if I get an infinite water source nearby, I can fill that up with water as well. And let's... I hear a skeleton, but I don't see any skeletons. And standing next to this lava does kind of worry me with that. Alright, so let's grab this stuff. And... let's see, flint can go in there. We don't need flint anymore. Gonna put most of the bones in there, dirt. And let's go grab some water. Actually, we can go right over here. And I just want to make a new infinite spring over here. We'll get some obsidian. And we'll need 2 more buckets of lava for that, but that's easy enough. That might be an ender pearl right there. It is perfect. So we have the ender pearl. I would not mind more. So we want to look for one that's really dark green. I spent a good bit of time just kind of swimming around the ocean trying to find a whole bunch of oysters that I could get. Now we can go and actually mine them out. So there is one of the important things. So let me think. Alright, I was getting water over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hear a skeleton, and like I said, that does worry me. At the same time, it doesn't. I know there's a lot of caves underneath here, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's over here. But we can now come down here, we can mine iron ourselves. This doesn't have any experience or anything, no. We can get coal. We're going to want a decent amount of coal in order to do what I want. So we'll get to some stuff fairly soon. One of the first things that I'm going to want to do, we're going to want to get a little bit more iron. So let's go ahead and get some iron smelting. we are going to want Nether Seeds. This is the first thing we're going to want. We're going to need 2 buckets of lava. We're going to need some red dye. And most of this stuff isn't too bad. So, yeah. We get three iron ore smelted. It will be enough. So now the next thing we need to do is just get more floral fertilizer to try to get more, try to get the red, I think, yeah, it's the red flowers. There's one. So we can at least make 1 endo flame, which is all we need to do. So, we need, I believe we need 2 brown. So if we get it, if we have another brown over there, that'd be awesome. But if not, that's fine too. Let's grab some wheat. We can make seeds. And I don't see a brown. So let's just make 1. I believe it's 2 browns, gray, that, mana powder. No. Oh, it's light gray. Whoops. You can shift right click to take out the different things. So we need light gray. And yeah, this will allow us to get an endo flame. Which is going to be a much better power source for mana. Let's make sure that is put onto the mana spreader here. And now we can start taking this coal that we're going to go mine out and start making more mana. So I'm going to drop him on there. It'll absorb it and produce a decent amount of mana. So we need 1, 2. Glad I caught that. We've 6 of the obsidian. And pretty much all we're gonna need is the blaze. So let's get started with the nether seeds. We need to get another essence. Now in order to get that, we need to do a quest. What the world is made of is a quest we can do to get the nether essence. It is going to require more red flowers though. So, and then we also need weak essence. That is a pain. We're going to need brown and nether bricks. So I kind of derped. I thought the nether bricks was for the nether essence. It's not. But we can make the nether bricks and go ahead and manually submit those. I went ahead and mined a whole bunch of netherrack down there, so we can go ahead and get that. So we need to get weak essence. In order to get weak essence, we need a weak infusion stone, which requires a mana pearl. So we do need 2 mana pearls, 2 ender pearls rather. So that's a bit of a pain, but we can handle it. Oh, that one doesn't have anything. Let's fix that. And I'll go ahead and get ready for the next end of flame. I really need to eat. And we're going to pick this stuff up. And I need to put some dirt down instead, just to make it look a little bit nicer. That way we can put the rest of the endo flames there. But one of the last things we're going to need either yet another ender pearl, or we need to get a diamond. If we can mine diamonds, then that's not going to be too bad to find. It's going to be better than waiting for another ender pearl. But we need this in order to make in order to make the runic altar. So let's get some more floral fertilizer. So there's a brown, but we need more red. So let's just get a bunch of bone meal. I was getting a decent amount of bone meal from the underwater chest that we were finding. I don't know what's causing those. I don't know why they're here, but I don't mind. I will be perfectly honest, I don't mind those at all. Okay, there's another red flower, so we can... No, we need a brown flower. So let's go ahead and get that, and we'll get the next endo flame. And now let's get 2 coal. And we'll get this going even more. So yeah, the next big thing that we need to do is we need to get a bunch of different flowers so that we can turn in those quests. We are going to need brown and red. Those are the main ones we're going to need. So I'm going to continue to smelt up iron. We're going to continue to get more mana. But for now, I think what I want to do is... Actually, we only need 1 more bucket, I do believe. The next thing I want to do is come down here and start mining out a little bit. So one, we can get all the coal we ever want. Super easily. It's kind of awesome. We can get all the Minicio that we'll ever need. We just need to get enough to start working towards... Oh, hey, this is aluminum and tin. I don't know that we need any of that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and get nether quartz. And I'm glad that nether quartz is not exploding in my face. And hello, Mr. Slime. How are you? I need you to get out of my way. Thank you. I don't know what slime balls are going to be good for this, but... I mean, we have them, so that's cool. So yeah, we're going to need to go... I did a little bit of exploring down here. Mostly just kind of clearing out the areas we'd already found. And kind of getting a bunch of the netherrack. We're going to want more of this essence. Luckily, it's all everywhere. But yeah, I want to go down. There's some gold there. I don't really care about the gold. I don't think. But can we pick it? No, that needs alamite, which means that I think diamonds are going to need alamite or higher. So we might need to do more ender pearls. That's a pain, but that's okay. We can deal with it. We could make alamite, though. Alamite's not too difficult. Just trying to think of what could we do that's better than alamite. Because I think most of the things that are better than alamite are going to require the nether or crazy like steel. And I don't really want to make steel. Let's keep this lit up. A bunch of coal here. We're gonna need some coal for once we make the runic altar. We're gonna need this stuff for a bunch of different things, but specifically we're gonna need to be making some runes. The easiest way I figured, so you have 2 options for blaze powder. You can either make a bunch of do the repeatable quest a bunch of times, 8 to be specific, which is going to require quite a bit of a lot of things and time, mostly. Or you can kind of just make the seeds. The seeds only take 2 pieces of blaze essence. However, they require some runes and some other things. One of the runes requires nether wart, which is a bit of a pain to get, but not impossible. It is actually quite possible to get it. So I think for us it's going to depend whether we get another ender pearl or not. Also, I cleared out this area quite a bit. Specifically, there was a spawner that I took care of, a cave spider spawner, right over in here. I went ahead and killed that. Killed the cave spider. I think only one spawn, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it was just Alright, so where is that one area that went like really far downward? This was an explosion. I think it's over here. Yeah, so this peeks out into the ravine. And then this goes down to lava and all that kind of stuff. We have lapis, that requires thaumium. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get diamonds. I want some more bauxite. Let's go ahead and get the grout. Why not? If I can expand the smeltery, that would be really nice. Also, if I ever want to get a whole bunch of seared bricks, this would not be a bad way to come here rather than smelting them up. Kind of how you're supposed to. Just because it's going to be easier, I think. Alright, let's come over here. Block that off. Let's block that off. We're going to light this up quite well. And more Minicio. Let's go ahead and grab this. I keep calling it Minicio. It's just essence in this. Minicio is what the mod calls that later in another version of the mod. Because Magic Crops is still going strong. It's a really fun mod to work with, but it's way overpowered. Okay, this is coming into the ravine. Okay, cool. There's so much stuff down here, but unfortunately, we're not quite low enough for diamonds. So we're not seeing any diamonds. We can come over here. I made a little path. I hear a spider. I heard some stuff over here before, but there's a lot of stuff over here. And if we come over to this section, obsidian requires thaumium as well. Now you can upgrade Tinker's Contract tools. I just wish I could remember, rather, what it was that it took. So we might have to make a Tinker's Construct book and see if we can't find out. Where are we at? 17. We should be experiencing. We should be seeing some diamonds relatively soon. Hopefully. I would love this to like. Hey, there's redstone. I don't know that we really need redstone, but we can't pick it up anyways. I just want to know what's the harvest level for diamonds. They require steel. Alright, so I don't know that we're going to be able to do steel. But I'm trying to think of what all has the mining level of steel. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Let's head up to the top, and we're going to start working towards some other things. Let's grab some more of this. And Unfortunately, we have a lot of red mushrooms, but we don't have any brown mushrooms, and we need brown mushrooms. So yeah, I have to figure out what to do about that. Alright, so something that we might do, and this is I don't know if it's worth it to go for steel so that we can get diamonds. Because I'm trying to think of like the easiest way to get steel. Let us for one go ahead and get some more mana. And start just dropping off a lot of the stuff. So we have a whole bunch of essence. We're gonna need that. The red mushrooms I think are useless to us. Nether quartz we can. Let's see. We can go ahead and put the nether quartz in here. A lot of that stuff. I don't know if the slime balls are gonna be useful for us. Not really seeing any good uses. Jar label. I mean magma creams, but I don't think we're gonna need that. Fence can go in there. Netherrack, all that. Okay. So let's put the extra cobblestone in there. And let's take a look. It's going to be depending on how many. Okay, so the oyster farm decided to pay off. We have enough oysters to. So we need the weak infusion stone. That requires a mana pearl. The runic altar can take a mana pearl as well. So those two things alone are exactly what we need. So we just need to get enough mana at this point to kind of finish that off. So let's get a bunch of essence. And there's the weak confusion stone. We take it's only 4, isn't it? Balance grid. There's 16 weak essence. Alright, so we take a look at our quest book. That's exactly how many we need for the nether seeds. So the next thing we need to do, we need to work towards is the runic altar, which is 5 living rock plus the ender pearl. We need red mystical flowers. Let's go ahead and drop these guys. And if we get another brown, we can actually make 2 more of the things, the endo flames. I do need some more seeds. And let's grab 1 more seed. Alright, so we're going to make more mana. That was like incredibly nice. So 2 of those, 1 of each of those, 1 of this, and that. And then we'll just get, oh, I've got to put water in there first. We are going to need another mana spreader. Let's get our coal on us. And we're just gonna, you know what, let's just drop 9 on the ground. And they should use them all before it despawns. And yeah, so let's see, what else can we do? Because we need the nether seeds. Now if we want to get blaze seeds, we're going to need regular essence. Which means we're going to need a regular infusion stone. That is... Okay, so we're going to have to do it the slower way. We need to get a bunch of blaze essence. Unless we want to make all of the crops. Although... Blaze. So this requires 10 copper, coal, dye, and iron. Now I could be wrong, but other than dye, we could get all of these pretty easily. I mean, tin copper, coal, and iron, and then dye. So we need to get the dye seeds. Are those bad to get? No, not at all. All right, so let's start working towards some other things. So we need a compost bin. We need some slabs and sticks. So let's do 2 of these. And I don't know, we'll just put them over here. What can we put in here? We can put sticks. I have a ton of sticks. So you know what, let's just take a stack of sticks each. We don't need like all that much stuff. And let's just throw another thing of that down. There's our mana pearl. Let's get all of the floral fertilizers that we can. We're going to come over here and just get a bunch. We have a lot of red flowers in this. We also have a brown, so we can get our last mana, our last endo flame, and yeah, hopefully we can get all of the stuff that we need to get all these seeds and start getting this processed and all that fun stuff. I think it's going to be easier to go for the to actually go for the blaze seeds rather than just the rather than just trying to get the repeatable quest over and over and over again, because that sounds terrible, to be honest. So there is our last endo flame, and go ahead and set that there. We're gonna need another mana spreader, so we're gonna need more living wood. Let's go ahead and get this like so. And I think we might need one more ender pearl, so I'm gonna go ahead, because I just remembered if blaze seeds require, no, those are fine. Rune of air, but it requires feathers, which we're gonna need an egg, which requires a rune of mana, which requires the mana pearl. Alright, so we're gonna need one more, but that's not a problem. With 20 of these guys, it should not be too bad to try to get it. Hopefully, I don't think we're gonna be able to finish this all this episode, but hopefully we'll be done in the spirit world by next episode. I know we've been here for a while. I'm kind of getting tired of this. I want to automate my farm and all that fun stuff, and there's a lot of work that I want to get done, but we just haven't been able to be back into the overworld to do it. So yeah, let's see. There's a couple things that we're missing to do all of this, and it's a little worrisome, but let's go ahead and focus on what we can do. So here's the runic altar. We have all of this stuff, and I think let's see, we have a decent amount of stone. Let's go ahead and get half a stack, smelt it up. We'll go ahead and get our last bucket for the nether seeds, and we're going to need, alright, for the nether essence, we're going to need 16 red floral powder. We have 8, so we're going to need more still. Let's go ahead and get more bone meal, and we're gonna put this guy like right here. Get as much of the stuff as we can. We are completely out of mana now, but that's okay. I think it's 6 living wood. We do need the mana spreader. 7 and a piece of this. So we'll get the mana spreader set up like so. And now we just need a bunch of coal that we can come over here and throw down on the ground. So those guys will produce mana. Check those every once in a while. And we need 4 more red flowers. There's 2, 3. Alright, we have plenty. So let's go ahead and get this taken care of. Let's check this. Manual submit. We'll claim the reward. We'll get the essence of nether. And now the fun part. We kind of have to wait. So we need more essence. The nether seeds require 4 weak essence. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to have to go mining for a lot more essence. It's not too big of an issue though. So let's get our first wheat seed that we're going to throw into the mana pool. And now we just do this for nether essence, and then we need to grab 2 buckets of lava. I believe we get the buckets back. I hope we do. And we can go ahead and get this going. I'm missing something. 1 more red floral powder. I can handle that. I was like, there's one last thing, isn't there? So 1 more red floral powder, and this will start kind of doing its thing. I don't know if we have enough mana, to be perfectly honest, but we'll find out soon enough. So while that's going, if we want this regular infusion stone, we need... Alright, let's get rid of that. So we want the regular infusion stone. We need 10 copper, coal, dye, and iron. This is done, so I need my living rock. And we have nether seeds, which means we can actually start growing nether essence. So let's just get a bunch of dirt. We'll get a bunch of compost. So the garden soil we will put right here. And I'm going to go ahead. We need our mattock. Not done with that yet. We also need some crop sticks. Because we are going to kind of let this spread. So nether seeds. And like so. Now, one of the things we're going to need is nether wart. Nether wart's kind of a pain to get. So you can get it from nether wart, a fish's mana infusion, or a big complicated thing with witch's cauldron. Or you can just use Mutandis. You'll randomly get it when you use Mutandis, so that's something we're going to want to look towards relatively soon. Because I believe we need it for something. Runes of fire, which are used for what was it used for? Blaze seeds. Of course, yeah. Fire seeds required that. Really? Huh, that's kind of odd. Anyways, let's get some more coal going. And we're going to try to get as many of the the ingredients and like the things that we need for the last few things as we can. So one of the things we need to get is a bunch of different dyes, because we need to grow the dye seeds. Black ink sacs we can potentially go get from squids. In fact, let's go over there and see if we can't kill a squid, if there's any close. We're gonna need some flint as well. There's a couple squids up here. And cool. This eelgrass is also really good to get, because that gives you green, cactus green. Don't really care about this stuff. Alright, so I believe for the dye seeds we can do pretty much anything we want, including the floral powder. So we need black, red, green, brown. I have black. Let's go ahead and put this on here. So black, I need red, which should be easy enough. Let's go ahead and put this just like so. Red, green. We need brown, blue, gray. Brown, I can get gray and blue. So let me make sure: green, brown, blue, gray, brown, blue, gray, and then next is yellow and white. Yellow, I don't believe I have any like yellow dye, so we're gonna have to do this. And I actually want to take this eelgrass and put it in here because it's important. Yellow, white, we need some seeds. And then 2 essence, which we don't quite have enough, so let's go mine real quick. Oh yeah, there's a skeleton. So this goes down, I do believe. Oh no, it opens up. That's right. And goes down both sides. Which is kind of cool, but it's also terrifying. Alright, let's light up everything we can. There's some Minicio. I know where we're at, so that's even better. I believe we can just go through here. Hey, more Minicio. I'm going to come down here and do a lot of mining between episodes, by the way. Just because, well, we need to. I need to. And nether ores sometimes explode. Kind of a pain, especially since nether quartz is considered a nether ore. But whatever. Alright, so let's go back up to the top. And we will probably have to end the episode here soon. I need to do a lot of mining, but that's not too big of an issue. So let's see what we have. Don't need that. I don't know why I'm keeping the slime balls in here, but I am. So you can't stop me. We need 2 essence right now. So just something like this. And this should be everything. There we go, Nether Seeds. So again, I actually only need 1 essence, so I'm going to just do it over here. We do need to do that. I need living rock and my wand and Nether Seeds. So there we go. That is one of those. We're gonna need iron, coal, copper, and tin. Now these are all quests that we can do, so let's just start with tin. Requires 16 slate. You can make slate from the flint. So there's the 16 slate. We need 16 light grape powder. So 8 of these. There we go. And then weak essence. I will get the weak essence off camera because that's going to take a while. Then we need the iron. So 16 red sand and 16 gray. Both of these we can handle. Manual submit. And let's see, copper. We need 16 clay, 16 orange. Here is the orange. Stone for later. Do we have any clay? We have 5, so we're gonna need some more clay. It's not too bad to do. So let's see. Best bet's probably gonna be over here. Yep, right here. And see, I'll grab some more eelgrass because we'll need that for later. So 16 clay, and then the coal requires 16 charcoal, 16 black. That's not too bad either. Any more ender pearls? Not yet. I will continue working with that off camera. Getting crops and all that fun stuff. For the most part, we're getting close to being done. We need 1 more black. And we need charcoal. So, let's see. I don't have the mortar and pestle with me. How much charcoal do we have? We have 8 in here. We can make 5 more. I mean, let's just do that. Where's a tree that I can cut down pretty quickly? So, for the most part, we are just going to need to kind of collect materials. I'm going to need to get a lot of Magnesio essence. Luckily, it's fairly common, it seems. So let's get that iron. And put a couple pieces of coal in there. I need to go do a lot of mining. I'll get a bunch of Magnesio, or nah, I keep calling it Magnesio, a bunch of essence, and kind of go from there. So let's get the floral black powder, put that in there, manual submit it. We need 6 more charcoal. So yeah, the plan is, so to get the blaze seeds, we need to make 2 runes. We'll need the rune of air, mana steel, carpet, which is just string, feathers is the sticking point for the rune of air, and then Rune of Fire requires nether brick, which easy. Gunpowder, easy enough. But nether wart is the sticking point for that. Otherwise, we just need to do the Essence of Blaze quest twice. Now, if we look at the Essence of Blaze, we need a bunch of Essence of Nether, a bunch of regular Essence, and some floral brown powder. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain, but nothing too bad. Most of that we're going to do next time. And yeah, the big sticking point for right now is trying to get all of this stuff kind of taken care of. We need to get a lot of nether essence. So in fact, I'm going to expand this and grab some more dirt. We'll get more garden soil and just expand this. I don't really care about like 10-10-10ing this stuff. It doesn't really matter to me. What matters more is just getting plenty of essence, because we're going to need quite a bit of nether essence, because that's also how we're going to get the nether bricks. But yeah, in order to get the eggs, we need seeds, pasture seeds, easy enough. Mandrake, runes of earth, which does require a mushroom. Not entirely sure how we're going to get a brown mushroom. We might be able to find one, but yeah, it might be hard. And then mana pearls. So I'm going to spend some time. I'm going to slowly, very slowly, melt all this iron down, so we can have mana steel. We are going to continue getting more floral fertilizer so that we can get more brown, specifically, and pretty much just kind of going with all of this stuff. So let's get the coal. I need to get a bunch of weak essence, and that's pretty much it. So 32 brown, that's 16. We're gonna need half a stack of brown flowers. We have 2, so it's gonna take a while, but we'll get there. So I'm gonna kind of continue on the path of getting all the stuff together. Most of the stuff that I need to mine, I'm going to go do, and kind of wait for more ender pearls. Once we get all the essence for the regular, the regular infusion stone, we'll do that next time, and yeah, kind of go from there. So we should be able to finish up most of this. We are going to need to go back to the overworld before we can finish up the spirit world entirely, just because I didn't think ahead. Basically, we just need to get like a couple of things still. We need to put everything into the ender chest, come back here, and then brew the potion. So that is something that we're gonna have to worry about. That is right there, one of the spirits, which they're really hard to catch, but if you do, you get the subdued spirit. No more ender pearls yet, so I'm gonna keep farming oysters. I am going to gather up more materials and all that fun stuff, and kind of wait on this stuff to grow. Next time we will finish up the spirit world, hopefully. I really hope so. And kind of go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!